Okay, so now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dharma Sunday. Today, our topic is calm abiding meditation, and we have Lama Gursam with us. Before we get started, just a few quick technology tips. Generally, we're going to be on speaker view, but if you would like to change yourself to gallery view, and be able to see everyone who's here with us, you can do that by clicking on the little waffle in the upper right-hand corner and switching to gallery. You can also use that option to click on hide self view, which will make it so you can't see yourself when you're scrolling through gallery, but we will all still be able to see you. Closed captions are available. At the bottom of the screen, you can click on captions and then show captions, and that should put up subtitles for you. We do have the chat enabled today between participants and hosts. So please use that if you have any technical issues. And please chat only to myself. That way we're not distracting the teacher while he's teaching. And you can also use the chat during the question and answer periods. If you are unable to unmute, but you have a question, feel free to send that to me and I will read it for you. Also during the Q&A period, you can use the reaction icon to raise your digital hand, and then you'll be called on and asked to unmute. If you do decide to participate in the Q&A, please be aware that we are recording this and it's going to be shared with folks in the future. And we can't edit out individual questions and comments. So if you do share, please just know that it is recorded and passed along, and we can't take out anything you say. Um, if something happens and you end up getting kicked out of Zoom and you need help getting back in, you can email Zoom support at naturaldharma.org, and I'll do what I can to get you back. Our teacher today is Lama Gursam. Lama went to a monastery at a very young age, received teachings as a monastic, and studied and practiced as a monastic. Then Lama went to study in Tibetan University, Sarnath, Varanasi, India, to get both bachelor's and master's degrees in Buddhist philosophy, history, and languages. Upon graduation, he received a special award for scholastic achievement from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. After university, Lama was requested to assist His Holiness. Lama volunteered for 5 years as an assistant, teacher, and helped with many other duties. Lama Gursam then completed the traditional 3-year retreat, and since then, every year, Lama has gone on retreat in various mountains. He then returns for 6 months each year to provide teachings in the West. He also leads pilgrimages to holy places in India and Nepal. Lama teaches in English and always tries to focus on the practical application of the Dharma in everyday life. And with that introduction, I will turn the time over to Lama Gursam.
Yeah, thanks. So I didn't know what so the Lama Jeno, Lama Jeno, Rinjin, Tsawe Lama Jeno, Bade Lama Gushe Wanzo, Nawa Gaje Yonje, Zujin, Dove, Dambon Dambe, Lamdan Tojin, Abda Jeve Jets, Gaden Dada Damba Dame, Dorje, Jawang, Wonje, Womba, Garje, Dorje, Janjin, Bonje, Jeno, Zowande, Zotu, Jesus. Senje la zhen wu de na nye da da zo zhe de nye len don de wo zo zhe na mo na zhe nam da ge la ma la na zhe ji zhen so chu bam ba. Kang so yung zhu de so an de ngo wa dong zhu zo senje la ji zhe no wo zo ge je ma sam ji me je we to. Chen pe xin ha dan den ze we da nye ga den je do wa chen ze ren bo che da sim nye je ngan de so an de chun nye je ngan de senje la. Semdo ne cheme namdan de londe chuko dobra senje lo nanga da nyembe semje tamje lo chu son dobra senje labda so chu lamdan dobra senje labda so lam dhaba sabra senje labda so tuna yi shi son chabra senje labda so wasa saja jembo chokan gudo dobra senje labda so tanjo ne shindu nebraga Jiwo tundaba tabara jaba la kaden de la pemba maduna sende yanda jaba kalan jora gaje jama dan jawal Chunji Dinja Sabja Janzin Brada, Chujenja Tsonja Rimala, Galo de Shendo, Mendo Som, Miramado, Chivarani Jen, Tabanyo Do, Nimane Betup Sojendo, Mada Haron Dong, Jen, Lelonium Lebon, Sundre Tabo Mejen Boro, Sendemata, Dunga, Jentanda, and the Vijinja Kala Dadan, Son, the Vesana Namkelonda, de Zamba Chuvejan, Jodo. Tejenar de Jabon Dojo na Longjun Zada Nishi Jimen Dong Jiwa Tene Ganda Kanto Lene Tima Shinto Jizon Dong Ridung Korwe Dung Ede Samna Nilong Tabo Dong Jawa Gundo Yonda Lama Tanda Michu Je Bola Longjich Soda Lamje Yende Rabzo Ne Dorje Change Gomba Nyor Do Sho Sanjo Simjo Rinpo Je Maje Bonam Jijiro Je Jeba Nyamba Mebaya Kone Gonda Bewa Sho. Okay, so welcome everyone. Good morning to you, everyone. Good to see you all. So, first, I would like to always really thank you for all the organizers, uh, wonderful sangers and the members, as well as today's participants. Everyone, I really appreciate and grateful giving me to talk about some the come abiding meditations. So I always uh, from heart, I really appreciate always giving me this opportunity, and especially for today's topic is uh, to talk about come abiding. So which is we all know, which is very precious, which is very important. But sometimes in our Dharma, how to say Dharma, Dharma centers, let's put it that way, or sanghas and students, sometimes rare to hear about the topic come abiding. It's always something else, which is nothing wrong, but the kind of we are missing sometimes, for my feeling always, missing our come abiding meditation. We talk about other things, which is nothing wrong, kind of mindfulness or Mahamudras or Dzogpa Chembos or the Madhyamikas and Vipassana, whatever we call it, different things. I personally very rare to hearing anybody else in the teachers or students talking about the karma abiding. Kind of we are sometimes maybe we sometimes I felt maybe we forgot those things, karma abiding meditation part. uh, so I'm very really grateful today talking about karma abiding, and I like to share some my own very limited knowledge about academically about the karma abiding meditation as well as practice. So like to share my own limited experience in my everyday life or what I study about the karma abiding meditations too. So uh, as generally speaking, karma abiding meditation and vipassana meditations called the mindful meditation, you all know, which is our in the Buddha Dharmas, and generally it's very common meditation for everyone. Every tradition has it about karma abiding meditation, vipassana meditation, whether it is Tibetan Buddhism, whether it is another tradition of the Buddha Dharma, whoever it has a wonderful teachings actually, very, very profound actually. You know, academically, I notice myself, even though very, very profound to study about it, what they really means about karma binding. And as well as, of course, vipassana too, academically. Not just academically, it has more than academically, it has to be the practice part, how to practice it, how to cultivate ourselves, how do we realize it, how do we use it and every day in our life. uh, those are also very, very profound teachings. It is in um, Buddha Dharma's teaching, every traditions, and uh, whatever traditions talk, it is slightly, but the essence is pretty much the same. But the slightly kind of way they explain sometimes a little bit different ways, it has its own uh, what you call the lineages, and that those masters and the previous masters, those who are actualize it their own way, their own way realizing about karma abiding or vipassana. So they will have their own way to explain different ways, So that's my first comments about uh, the calm abiding or general meditations. So, so now calm abiding meditations, which is, of course, the English word we use, the calm abidings, and Sanskrit or Pali, they use the the shamatha meditation, right? Shamatha, actually. Shama means the calm, and tha, the word is the abiding, calm abiding. Oh. So likewise, the shamatha meditation in a Pali or Sanskrit language, and then they translate into Tibetan word, which is very two word. Also, shi ne. Shi is the calm or peace. Ne means Tibetan is the abiding. You know, so therefore, the word is the originally come from, of course, Pali language and the Sanskrit language, very, very ancient words, originally the word. So therefore, uh, it has two words as we, uh, learning about two words there. One is says calm, and then second one is says abiding. That's true. Uh, so So first is the word is the calm, shamans, Sanskrit word. Tibetan word is the shi. That is the very important first. What that means. The simply Tibetan word, literally it means shi is another way means calm, another way means peace. You know. Uh, Another word, Tibetan word, it means she means kind of calm. Let it go, everything's, you know, let it go, everything's relaxing, resting. The word has a wonderful meanings there itself. Let it go, or she means let it go. It means kind of calm. It means kind of relax. So that is actually talking about The first is to understanding the Shi, the Shamas, calm. So, so in order to calm, there is uh, as a generally speaking, uh, there's many things has to be calm in order to practice. The most important to practice is calming. The number one, have to learn how to calm the body, the precious body. The body means everything actually, you know, including everything, every senses. Body simply means generally from here to all the way to the bottom, right? And the body also means also heads, ears, nose, tongues, and every feelings, sensations, everything's are about the talking about the body, the calming. So, so therefore, so the calming, uh, the so number one, first learning about how to calm the bodies, which is very important, which is, of course, you all know that when they're talking about the mindfulness meditation, right? The mindfulness meditation talking about mindfulness of the body, right? In order to mindful, but it has really relying on the calm, the body. Without the calming body, there's no ways to be mindful about the body. There's no other way actually. No. So in order to first body calm, in order to very important, that's what the calming the bodies, number one. The second most important we are training about the calming the speech or the sound. The speech is simply is the sound which we are speaking, sound which is we can hearing from outer sound or inner sound of the every. There's a lot of sounds in the body too, all the senses as well, including the self-talkings and so on. There's so many other things there, sounds. Oh, so those are the has to be calm. In order to sound, calming sound is which is we do most of the practice with the, lots of practice with the sounds, different sounds practice. So that's called the calming the body, calming the speech, you know. Then third one is calming the mind and heart. So which is calming the mind means the grosser level mind is called the thoughts, right? Grosser level of the mind is all the thoughts, including our positive thoughts, negative thoughts, all the thinkings, everything's, including all emotions, which is has to be uh, free or relaxed or calm. So these three are very important at the beginning to really train in order to understanding of the calm, abidings. First is the calming. Calming has to be understanding deeper level in the body, all the senses. Of course, here everybody you maybe have a certain experience in your meditation. It says in sometimes teaching, when you body calm, that means even though body cannot have, even somebody like moving, kind of touching you, something, you still maintain your meditation deep. So that much, you know, body could be rest and relaxing deep level as possible. And then the uh, sound calming, the best sign of the how do we know sound is calm when sound is one of the most obstacle of the meditators actually. uh, of course, we all notice whenever we had meditate and actual meditation time, and then we hear sound, our intentions, the right away, it goes there, it disturbs us right away, distracts us, Then the calming mind, calming sound is if we are meditation, as the person meditation, even though whatever sounds going on outside or inside, it doesn't matter for them at all. They can maintain, continue in meditative state. There's no distractions at all. Sound is actually, it says actually the good meditator or concentration, if sound it doesn't bother you, sound, whatever, then it means our meditation is improving very, very well. And sometimes meditators meditate and then sound comes something immediately distracted, by the sound. That means our, uh, you know, meditation is not very well established in proper way yet. It still has to be work on it. So therefore the calming mind and the calming body, calming sounds. That much. Now coming thoughts, the mind, oh, the heart, which is one of the the most powerful, the most important. Oh, oh. Of course, the beginning meditation, there is a lot of thoughts going on. That is, which is reality, nature, and our emotions, our thoughts. Always thoughts there. You know. Uh, Sometimes what that really means, calming mind, it also means sometimes uh, less thoughts, let's put this way. Uh, Sometimes may not thoughts, that is possible, which is grosser level, thoughts are not there. But the subtle level thoughts are, I personally believe, never go away. Actually, it's always remain there. uh, Subtle thoughts are, it always remains. The grosser thoughts are like, for example, grosser thoughts, oh, I feel good, I feel not good, oh, I have to go somewhere, I have to do this and that, or somebody doing this. These things are maybe stop, maybe reduce, not nothing happening is possible. But when we go deeper as a meditator, the subtle thought, more subtle level thought is always remains, always remains. Never, I believe, never goes away. Whether I maybe some of you maybe agree with that or maybe not, but I would like to say subtle thoughts are never goes away actually. Subtle thoughts remains us. That is we have to work on in inside meditation. Like for inside meditation is all the working on the subtle thoughts are actually. So therefore the calming mind is the whole idea is about the thoughts are less and less and less. Oh, and whatever thoughts are there become thoughts are very kind of clear, you know. Or sometimes we have so many thoughts that we could not really see it. That thoughts are very clear. It's so many thoughts there. It's like that, Um in a house, in the room, so many things at home, so we cannot see very well. If we have a less things are at home, it's easy to see, easy to find everything, Sometimes so many things at home, including myself, so you can't really find it very well, It's difficult. So likewise, the mind, when we train our thoughts are calm and it's hard to. So therefore, um, the whole idea is the calming mind, is the body, working in the body, working in the sounds, the speech, working in the thoughts are less and less. The whole goal is the calm mind. I think so calm abiding is very powerful actually, you know. I believe uh, through calm abiding, if we realizing that really become a very experienced, the body calm, the speech is calm, the mind is becoming calm and less thoughts. So then the naturally naturally rises their inner realizations, more deeper understanding. Through calm abiding to realizing vipassana is much, much powerful than just vipassana itself, you know. That's I believe it. Or, or whatever is a meditation, through going like a Mahamudra meditation of the mind, has to go with the basis is the calm abiding. Really needed calm. Then realizing through karma basis of the karma abiding and the realizing of the Mahamudra or or great perfection, the Dzogchen Chamber. It is usually this usually Mahamudra Dzogchen, especially in Dzogchen Chamber time, they don't talk about that part, but I believe it is necessary. uh, when the actual Dzogchen Chamber definition is different. So whatever. So I believe in the basis is the very important, first fundamental, really. Mm. So therefore, calming mind, calming speech, calming body, that is the actually karma abiding. Then, then the second working on what we working on, abiding. That is the again uh, really has to work hard. The beginning, maybe we do not noticing the how long is abiding our body calm or not. Maybe so many things going on, you know, which is according to meditation point of view, there is always calming, abiding is there, always, but we do not experience it. That does not mean there's no abiding. Abiding is always there, actually. Soon as we have an experience of calm abiding, it abiding is there. But abiding is very less there, small amount there. So we could not experience. When we buy abiding more and more, so then we will see it. Experience is the deeper level of the understanding of calm abiding, meditation of the body, the speech, the heart, and the mind. So that is the whole goal, actually. I'm giving you just to explain the calm abiding meditations. Oh. Now working on a more deeper after some times, now working with the abiding part. Abiding part is in order to abiding is the very simple as we all know. We have to continue train ourselves, right? Without the training, it does not work. Continue, have to train every day, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, just training. That is required in order to improve abiding, So, so that is the general speaking about the calm abiding meditations. Now it's the important part. Let me talk about few more, one more. Now, how to practice it, calm abiding. Well, I like to share that one. So the practice meditation during time is pretty much the same. Calm abiding training is also the first, as we were working with uh, calming the body. In order to calming the body and mind and sound, we have to working the most important effective working with the breathing as possible. The breathing has a really powerful there actually, you know. Breathing has many levels there. The one way we let's call the grossal, let's put this way, the effort breathing. Effort breathing means you make effort very deep like this. Like say, let me see. Working and breathing from the nostril, inhale, exhale, focus with the breathing, continue, or deep breathe. Those who have no problem breathing, and then we have to practice with the effort breathing. Very deep breathing is possible. It has its own qualities there. If somebody has a challenge breathing, haven't done practice that way, there may be a little bit challenge for that. So then that person practitioner, you don't have to be worried about the deep breathing. Very natural, which is you could not hear yourself even though you just feel it. Your neighbor, somebody sitting close to you, meditation time, nobody can hear you. You just relax. You keep natural breathing as a normal, normal person, just natural breathing. But concentration is the with the breathing. Awareness with the breathing. Mindfulness with the breathing. Focus in the breathing in, out, relax, and awareness towards to the body. First, working in the body, how much relaxing or not. Keep working with that. So, in order to practice, the breathing is a two-way. One way is the effort breathing, deep breathing in, breathing out, if it is possible, comfortable. The other practice is very natural breathing, we call. Natural breathing means you doesn't have to make effort, just natural breathing, focus on and out. So that is mm, the practice part, or the one way to practice. Then the other way, uh, which we're going to do together later after some I talk, okay? So let me speak first. Then another way practice is with the sound, sound meditations, with the sound, practice with the sound, with the calm abiding meditation. The sound, the first is, if it is possible, uh, you can make your own sound like anything, like practice mantras like that, syllable on, like that, syllable on. Creating your own sound is, I would suggest more. Your own sound is better. And sometimes people have challenges for that. So then what we have to do is practice with the sound, with the playing, like we did the singing bowl, like you know, oh, just listening sound. Oh, the idea is the same. Focus with the sound, nothing else. Concentration with the sound, awareness, mindful, everything. Focus the sound. You know, experience, see how you feel it, the body, be aware about the feelings of the body, sensation of the body, feelings of the thoughts, the emotion to relax. See, that's all have to do again with the sound. Okay, so that is uh, uh, the another way to do the Kamabhati meditation practices. And then Kamabhati meditation, other way, sometimes I just like to share with the object. Okay, with the object means any object is fine. Any object beautiful you like to have your favorite things, put in the front, and then focus there. The idea is the same. Practice is concentration with that object, like a flower, anything, or awareness with the object, mindful with the object, natural breathing with the object, relax. Or object of the any, like a favorite picture, like a Buddha, if it is possible, or like a Tara, or any drawing you have special, to look at that object but not judging the object actually, the come abiding time. Just be aware of, just to focus, that's all. Just focus with the object, nothing else. Focus there, then relax. You know, or objects. And sometimes the object you have to bring it into in the subject meditation time. That also works, people. Like a like any object of like a picture or like any drawing or flower to meditating, visualizing inside your body, or letter is letter R or letter home, letter, whatever letter you have, focus into the R in inside the body and then meditate, relax, natural breathe in, out, focus there, deep. So there's all the different ways to meditation according to the uh, different traditions. It all works everybody. Or or sometimes people are more easy to working, meditate, visualizing inside. Sometimes people have a visualizing outside the object, easy to meditate. Also, sometimes people have a easy to meditate about the sounds, or sometimes people have a easy to meditation with the breathing. But there's a lot of kind of how to say options there. There should be. Every meditators are different. Our our fundamental nature is the same, but easy to somebody, maybe easy to with the sound, somebody easy to with the breathing meditation, somebody able to with the object meditation, somebody maybe no object. That's also possible. There is a meditation. No object means no longer thinking about object. Just relax, calm, natural breathing in, breathing out. Focus only the idea is Ali, which I mentioned, the calming the mind, thoughts, calming the body, calming the sounds, something like that. That is a working. That's the main focus there again and again. That's so that is the uh, about the come about the meditation. So let's do with the uh, let's see how to do with first maybe let's do with the breathing. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, please sit comfortable. Let's do the 15 minutes together. Then we'll try other ones. Okay, so sitting comfortable as usual. Okay. Oh, oh, whatever you sit in a sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, wherever, the most important part is comfortable, relaxing. It's more important, you know. Uh, so then, as a usual, the most important part is straight. If you have no issues, your backbone, straight your backbone. Uh, The reason is the backbone because of the energy. Energy moves very smoothly up and down, easy when you open your backbone, straight your backbone. That helps. That's why they mentioned in the meditation. Uh, And then the second one is relaxing. The most of the time, relaxing the shoulder is so important. Shoulder is direct connected with the heart energy here. You know, when we have a stress or something, always pain in the shoulder actually. Not so much recognizing pain in heart. It's not easy. Yeah, first we feel here, then immediately feels here actually. Actually, the energy comes here to be moving in the shoulder. So therefore, relaxing shoulder is very important. That meditation, always working when we working with the calming the body. Or always try to watch with the shoulder relax like this. Has to do sometimes. Like relax like that, up and down, relax. Or then the most important, each body is important actually. These are more important. Backbone, the shoulder, the eyes actually. So eye is very relaxed, very natural. Whether you like to little open, whether you like to close your eyes, it's up to you, individuals, to see whatever comfortable for you. Because, eyes is actually one of the most powerful, actually. Whether we relax or not, whether we, oh, eyes actually has a lot of power to show. Oh, this, you know, love, compassion, kindness, and so forth. Actually, there's a lot of to do with eyes, actually. Eyes, natural. The the energy appears into the eyes, actually, those things. So therefore, eye is very important to relax, you know, natural state, or those uh, myself, always other things are wonderful to do, sitting position. But three is very, I myself recommend to the people, meditators. Backbone, the shoulders, you know, shoulder relaxing, that relaxing the heart. Okay. The backbone is relaxed and open straight. It opens all the bodies. Then eyes is relaxing. It helps to the all the the appearances, different appearances there. Outer appearances, inner appearances. There are so many too. Most of the to do with the eyes. How we don't know how to look eye. Very relaxing. So therefore, relaxing eyes is so important. Well, let's do that. That's the sitting positions. Okay, so now let's do the now breathings. Okay, relax. Very natural breathing. Okay, let's do that. individual to do. I'm going to count it myself, just you can hear it. I will count until 20, 21. Okay, in and out, count it one, and realize during that time, most important part is the focus to your own breathing, natural, and how you feel your body relax, or the mind, the thoughts relax, the sounds relax. Also, those things are always working on it. Let's start now. Okay, so please start. Breathe, inhale, nostril, very gentle. Breathe, exhale from the nostril. One, inhale. Exhale. Two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One. Inhale. Exhale. Six. Inhale. Exhale. Seven. Inhale. Exhale. Eight. Inhale. Exhale. Nine. Inhale. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 13. Inhale. Exhale. 14. Inhale. Exhale. 15. Inhale. Exhale. 16. Inhale. Exhale. 17. Inhale. Exhale. Eighteen. Inhale. Exhale. 19. Inhale. Exhale. 20. One more last breathe in. Exhale. Relax your breathing. Natural state. Be aware of your breathing in, breathing out. Relax your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Continue meditation 5 more minutes. Natural state, natural breathing in, breathing out. Be aware about your body, the precious body. Remain calm and peace. Precious sound, the speech. Remain calm and peace. Precious thought. and the mind and the heart. Relax, remain calm and pain. Okay, so thank you everyone. So that is the one just sharing, which is we did the practice part, which is of course you all know. Practice part is very important for we all know that, um, in the saying, in the teaching, sometimes we says uh, uh, it is important to practice, first. At the same times, just to practice is not enough. Uh, it is more important than practices, and more important is how to do the practices. That is more important than just to practice. You know, in Tibetan saying, how to practice. If we know how to do the practice very proper way, very disciplined way, so that makes us improves our inner realizations, qualities. Uh, so, so that is I share with you. And then in the meditation, come abiding, few more. There's a lot of things to talk, but few things I like to say. Now, come abiding is the real goal. What is the real goal of come abiding meditation? But generally, especially for come abiding, generally for all the the meditation, training of mindfulness or whatever, vipassana or whatever meditation it is. The real goal is actually when we meditate, have to have experience from the body, the speech, the mind, and heart to experience the really blissful, sometimes called happiness, peace, which has to be experienced from the body, speech, mind, oh, great bliss. That is possible. You may, at this moment, maybe some of you recognize it, some may not. That's okay, it takes sometimes, some may you recognize it. So therefore, and as you know, Buddhism believes there's peace, the happiness is nothing outside. Happiness is within us, within. We have to practice it, we have to practice this. Happiness can't buy, can't find outside actually, happiness is real within this precious body, precious mind. It's there. So that is have to be called the devas, Tibetan word called the devas, to recognizing, to come abiding. And when you meditate, come abiding, then the experience inside so blissful, so joyful, which is undescribable as sometimes, how feel you, so blissful, mind and the bodies and everything, just really relaxing. That much has to be practice done, actually, number one, which called experience of happiness inside or blissful body and mind. So the second one is called the first is called the deva, the blissful, or second one is called salvas. Then that blissful, the joy, the peace, the happy is not enough. The happiness has to be, very clear itself. Clarity, that is to be recognized within oneself. To, joy, happy, there sometimes we do not really clear about it, not so much clear about it. So then this meditation have to come abiding to recognize it, to realize it very clear, like a space, pure space, like a space which is no clouded anymore, very blue completely. Or, or, or like a uh, uh, clarity, like a the light, the candle light, the candle light, you see the light, or very, it taking care of all darkness, outer and inner darkness to taking care of itself. So that much have to experience it from inside through this precious body, the sensation, or through the mind and heart. That is the second goal of the come abiding meditation. The third goal is called Mitopahas, Deva, Salva, Mitopahas. Tibetan call them Mitopaha. Mitopa means no no conceptual. The literally it means no conceptuals. That does not mean there's no conceptual. That what that simply, for my experience, knowledge about what that means, the conceptual which is no longer have bothers us anymore. The conceptual which has, no longer to do with us anything, you know, it doesn't disturb us. It is there. It's always there. Whatever it is, conceptual, the thoughts, past, present, future, it doesn't matter. It's there always. That which is never going to be end, actually. It is always remain there, you know. Actually, the whole idea of meditation is not about the get rid of the conceptual, actually. No, that's not the way, actually. The whole idea of meditation is about to recognize it, to realize it, to understand the reality, nature of their thoughts. You know, once we realize it, recognize it, truly understanding it about it, then that's it, nothing more. It is always there, but it doesn't matter whether it comes or goes, whether it is past, whether it is present, whether it is the future, you know. Thought is going to be on and on. There's no doubt until the end of the life after life, according to Buddhism. You know, even though thought is philosophically sometimes different philosophy believes different ways, but even the Buddha's times, even though we become a Buddha, enlightened, but thought is still remains there. you know, every thought remains. But the difference is the ordinary thoughts are, it disturbs us. It makes us kind of good and bad, feel good, feel sad, and this and that, emotions, so many things. Oh. But then difference is practitioner who realize it another way saying it is purified, it is recognizes, and realizes the nature. So then doesn't matter. Or the beginning, of course, we all notice meditation certain times, little bit kind of disturbance, all the thoughts, which is happens, which is nothing wrong, it happens. So therefore, the third goal is the non-conceptual, means realizing the conceptuals, realizing every thoughts, every you know um, thought is which includes also the every appearances too, outer appearances. The inner thoughts are truly realize it, or no longer anymore disturbance for us. It is reality nature. Well, so that is called truly realizing nature of the Kamabite, very high level of Kamabite meditation. So therefore, those are the very important for us to meditators should aware about it. The, mm, the blissful, the happy, the joys, experience of then the clarities, or the second one, third one is non-conceptual thoughts. So those are very the real goal until you know to reach that level. That much has to be uh, meditate and train ourselves different forms. Every practice done with the breathing, as I already mentioned, with the breathing meditation, without the breathing meditation, very natural meditation breathing, all object and without the object, with the sound, without the sound. Also, there are different ways to do it. Actually, ways to do this. All are wonderful um, uh, practice alive in Buddha Dharma, especially for the I would say in a Vajrayana teaching, in a Buddhism, Buddha Dharma, Vajrayana teaching is alive there. Those wonderful talks about it, you know. So those are uh, I'd like to share. Then this one, I'd like to one more adding. Then I will take after that some uh, QA something, So now meditation is the karma biting. There is as a mention in the teaching. The first karma biting is like this: the mountain river. Okay, it's like a mountain river, mountain water. Let's see, but the water coming from the cliff, very heavy. You all experience. You may have seen it, many of you. You've seen when we go to the close to the high mountain or higher there, then the water going down. It's very heavy, right? Oh, it's like that. Beginning meditation, come abiding, it experience that way. We all do. That means the beginning maybe sometimes maybe physically so not so clear or mentally a little bit heavy or something like that. Sounds are more coming, more disturbance or disturbs us, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. That is the progressing path of meditation. That's called, right? Path of the training. So that's called the mountain river, mountain uh, water come abiding, which is very good. If somebody realize that, somebody see it, somebody experiences our own body and mind is like this, something happening, which is a great realization actually. It's nothing wrong. Keep working that. So then the second meditation, come abiding, is called the river water, come abiding. So that mountain is moving into the river is much more calm, general speaking. You know, Coming from the up top high mountain, going down is really heavy. Then once it reach in the river, moving like a river, and then it's like, much more calmer than river. I mean, mountain water. So likewise, the same experience us when we meditate, continue practice karma bhakti, you know. It's like moving, river water keep moving, continue, but we do not experience sometimes, it's moving, We call sometimes, I've been last year, that river is still there. No, actually it's not there. It's already gone. All the experience, whatever it was, it's already gone. It's no longer there. Uh, the challenge part is sometimes we go back there. That's our habit. Sometimes we're going back to holding there. So that's not the way actually. Just have to let go. So, so that's the second river water, you know. And of course, many of you have experience. If you have opportunity to go like those mountain water, you look at the mountain water, then look at our own, this body, the mind. It's the same reactions like that, actually. And look at when, of course, many of river water, I had opportunity to river. Many look at the river, relax. In the past, there was great beings, great practitioners. They used to go those places, places to go. The reason they learn from the environment, from the nature, you know. So nature teaches us actually very wonderful things actually. So that's the river water, oh, come abiding. Then moving what? River moves where? Into the oceans, right? Third one is called the ocean come abiding. The ocean is huge, profound, right? Very, um, boundless there, oceans are. Then you look at the far from the ocean, very far. Oceans looks like really everything is relaxing, right? Very beautiful. Oh, so likewise, our mind and experience like profound waves, like oceans, you know. Then keep practicing again, like oceans, and keep practicing ocean. Then what happens? Oceans, energy of the ocean, then ocean moves all the waves. Wave rises where? Wave come from where? Wave is come from energy of the air, right? The air is there, so that moves. So then wave moves where? Nowhere. Wave comes from the ocean, dissolve into ocean. Nowhere, right? Rising from the ocean due to energy of the ocean, energy of the air, right? Whatever air goes, different ways. Some waves very strong, some are not. So likewise, our thought is sometimes very like a purpose, very, very heavy. It's possible, or sometimes not. But no matter, whatever it is, rising from the oceans, dissolve an ocean. It does not go where anywhere. Can we separate the ocean's water and the waves? No, we cannot. The energy comes from within us. Likewise, same thing. It's coming from us. It dissolves within ourselves. It's nowhere it goes anywhere. It's come from us, dissolves within us. So therefore, there's nothing to get rid of actually. Sometimes many great practitioners, sometimes we believe I have to get rid of these negative emotions. Actually not. There's nothing to get rid of emotion, but working on emotion, be aware of it, be practice it, realize it, their nature, what is the true nature is, the energy part. So therefore, everything's coming from the body, the energy, the air, the sound. Sound means the breathing, simply. Breathing energy, the mind, the thought energy, the heart energy is come from within us, actually. These three, everything, whether it is any experiences, So therefore, it is. So therefore, there's a true understanding about the karma abiding. The first, mountain waters, number one. Second is and the river water. Third is the ocean water. So once we reach an ocean, I said, we already done now. We already working on now. Keep working on there. You know. So therefore, it's like a oh, it's like Milarepa said. One of his he taught in one of his students, the beginning, the wonderful Dakini. He taught to her how to meditate. So he said, look at the mountains, So look at his Milarepa taught to this Dakini, Padrambum, name is Padrambum, say how to meditate. Look at the oceans, not look at the mountain. Oh, you meditate like a mountain, your body like a mountain, you know. How many air comes, nothing moves at all. A mountain remains, it is, it is. Just likewise that. Mhm. So then the second thing Milarepa taught to how to practice oh, your mind, you know. Oh, so it says look at your mind as a space, you know, boundless space. Look at the space like a completely pure, the color of the blue. Oh, space always remains, it is, it is. But the cloud comes, then we do not see it. Sometimes space, sometimes sun, moon, stars, we do not see it, right? Once we remain in the understanding of nature of the space, we recognize it. Sun, moons is always there. Only the challenge is we are sitting on the, you know, uh, shadow, shade. We are sitting on the shade, then we cannot experience the sun. It's not the problem about the sun. You know, it's a it's ourself has to be come out to see it, to experience the sun, space. Or so therefore, Milarepa says, no worry about lots of cloud comes, goes. Like cloud is like a thoughts, right? Thought comes, goes, but never disturbs the sky, space. Sky, the clouds, nature of the sky, the space remains always it is, it is. No matter what, whatever weather it is, whether it is summer, whether it's a winter, whatever it is, you know, spring, whatever it is. Uh, but the clouds it never ever remains always it is, you know. It comes, goes. Likewise, our thoughts comes, goes. So, so in order to recognize, in order to realizing this, the ocean water, it depends on the first, the mountain water. And in order to recognizing this, you know, the river water depends on the continual practice about the understanding of the mountain water, then river water. The river water realizing through that, then the ocean water, you know, there is a steps, stage by stage to recognize it, you know, and then realize, I would like to say, when we realize a true come abiding, you know, and then that come abiding is no longer only come abiding. That is a real come abiding. That is a real inside meditation. Where is the difference? There's nothing actually to separate it. But the come abiding is very useful. I personally myself, you know, speaking my own reality life every day, dealing with different things, you know. It's every meditation is wonderful. There's nothing wrong. But the most important I found is come abiding is the most powerful. You know, of course, if we have a calming our body, then calming thoughts, you know, it's much easy. It's very benefit for self. It's very benefit for the others too. You know, once we are calm, we'll easy to be patient. You know, easy to be practice other things, or there's no calm, then it's quite a bit of challenge. uh, uh, so there is a lot of course, what I'm trying to say is karma binding has great qualities. My request to all the student of the Buddha Dharma, so we all need it. Uh, it's nothing wrong, practice of the mindful or Mahamudra, something wrong, but we need it. Everyone practice first karma abiding, really work on that. Then no have to worry about it. Naturally inside meditation will rises, insight to awareness, mindful, and nature of the mind, the great perfections. I think rises there, actually, everything. Likewise, the same thing, another I sometimes say, people will talk about a lot of emptiness. It's a wonderful talk emptiness. Emptiness doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work itself. If you're working with the interdependence, how to interconnect it, understanding of the interconnected, realizing interconnections, interdepending each other, depending each other, and emptiness understanding naturally, you know. So that is like that. Same thing what I'm saying is the insight meditation, whatever we have, and the basis, the fundamental basis is the karma really. And then a few cases is different individually. It's been in the past history, different practitioners. So, but general speaking, everybody, have to start from karma biting. It's very, very uh, useful in our everyday life. Every day we have to lot of challenges. Natural things, need natural disasters and decide different things there. Environmentally and emotionally different things. Different sounds, things up there. I think so. Karma binding is very, 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 very useful, really. you know. And one thing for me is karma binding is if we have karma binding meditation, we can easily really listen. For like myself as a teacher, I need to come abide and relax more to listen. Somebody's was whatever talks. So today is my turn to talking. So let me stop here. So let me take. I think so. It's time to QA. Uh, yeah, that's yeah, a lot of other things talk, but I think I said everything. The point, the according to my knowledge about karma binding. Okay, is it Amanda? Is that time to now? We can do the take a QA. Do
Yep. Oh, Natalie just raised her hand. So.
okay, Natalie.
Welcome, Lama Gursam. I really enjoyed this. I do, I think, work with calm abiding for myself, but I'm a nurse and a chaplain, and I get many patients with drug and alcohol abuse. And although I help them, there are some that no matter what I do, they want to leave, they want to go do more drugs. I've come to find that maybe the problem is not so much more from me, but they actually need calm abiding more than what I can offer them. And hence they go out of the hospital, and hence they go out, maybe do some more drugs or go to another hospital. It can feel very disappointing, though, as a practitioner. The first thing you think is, what did I do wrong? my negative thoughts. But I have to realize sometimes that even my best efforts and my best intentions isn't what the other person needs. I don't know if my interpretation is right or wrong, but that's what I feel.
Mhm.
I was wondering if you could make a comment about that, if I'm perhaps wanting too much from that person, and maybe I need to examine my agenda is and lower perhaps my intentions in my agenda.
She's wondering about the people she's working with who have problems with addiction,
Mhm.
and that she's trying to help them,
Mhm.
but maybe they need to help themselves a bit more doing practices like these. And she's wondering if that's true. And Natalie, please correct me if I'm saying that wrong.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I try to be understanding, I try to be tolerant, but I think addiction sometimes can drive people not to act in their best interest. And perhaps I have to accept that's the best I can do in that moment. And perhaps they need more calm abiding from other people, not just myself.
Mhm. I I think so. Really, there is as I mentioned, different types of karma binding practices which we uh, I myself actually I did my best. This every different forms of karma binding meditation practices I mentioned earlier. So it was very useful myself as Natalie talking about other practices too. It can be really benefit other too. And I would like to speak one more here. Uh, one thing I'm uh, sometimes uh, challenges is there when I also working with my own some families issues, things like that. So I notice myself also what is realizing I have to have a really wonderful practice to come abiding myself too. So whatever I'm helping them or working them, I have to be calm, first, then I can speak or I can help them, whatever. It's uh, yeah, it is. It is very, very useful actually. If anybody can uh, practice, to bring to training the karma abiding for every level. I think so. Very, very. I I really highly value for karma abiding every meditation, but the meditation of karma abiding is a very, very. I don't know how to speak my own lot of challenges there. I try to, I found a very, very meaningful. I myself am very, very grateful that I have some knowledge about very little about the karma binding. So I found a very, very benefit. Okay, so next.
David, you're still muted.
Good morning. Would you give some examples of the type of subtle thoughts that don't go away?
Yeah, you say.
He asked for some examples of the subtle thoughts
Mhm.
that don't go away.
Huh? Mm. Uh, mm, how subtle thought is, for example, uh, for my experiences, subtle thought is the certain, I think so, certain emotions there, certain different types of emotions. Uh, for like a mm, certain things like a very in our ordinary life, we attach to it so grasping at, Also, those thoughts are quite a bit challenge actually, you know, uh, as to, in order to let go, in order to just, um, deeper level to be, it's still kind of working on a very subtle part there, So certain things are there, different emotion, like a certain emotion, like attachments, and it can be sometimes the aversions, the possible. There are certain things, or certain dreams, or there are certain things are there. So quite a dream is still uh, continue come back, all the time, uh, almost every different time is still coming back. It's been long time. It's been already 30, 40 years back, and still that comes back in a dream level too, and then of course in a thoughts too. I think so. Mm,
Thank you.
mm,
And we have a question in the chat from Elizabeth. She's hoping you could say more about natural breathing. In the guided meditation, we were told to follow your inhale, exhale prompts, or trying to let our bodies breathe without our intervention. When I think about my breathing, it seems like it affects it. I don't seem to be able to just let my breath breathe without affecting it when I'm thinking about it. A little more explanation of how to allow natural breath, please.
oh, yeah, natural breathing is according to the inner uh, yoga practice. It is very some great master mentioned. It is very important than effort breathing too. But that does not mean effort breathing is not important. Okay, make sure that. But that simply talking about the natural breathing is it's within us actually. The energy is with us actually. So natural breathing is what that means simply very try to relaxing. The most important part is really try to relax, try to not hold anything, not just tight. Do not tight in the body, every part of the body, every part of the shoulders and any energies, try to not tight it. Just relax, natural breathe. See, natural as much you can. Natural how long you can breathe in. And as long as you can breathe, inhale again, relax. not so much uh, uh, making effort. Making effort means body has to be relaxed. Body does not have to make any effort, you know. So then focusing that natural again and again, you know. So then through the natural breathing, uh, it's has to be actually very kind of gentle as possible. You know, breathing time very naturally. Uh, uh, Not so tense actually. Very relaxed. Breathing is still going on, whether you do not, you know, actual effort breathing there, but the breathing is still going on very. So the breathing and the natural breathing and your concentration and your awareness, your mindful, these are goes together actually. You know, try to be very together as possible. So, but the natural breathing thing most of the time more focus into the your sensations actually. Sensations more okay, and uh, so that is the it also has a it says it's a many wonderful qualities there actually. Natural breathing is uh, uh, it has to be it through the natural breathing and recognizing you are easily recognize how you feel the body sensation. It recognize right away in your thoughts, or the emotions to recognize it very. Now it has to be gentle. Like, let me suppose this way. Natural breathing is about holding this uh, singing bowl, the wood. Natural breathing is like this with a wood, but when you hold like a very gentle way, like this, very like this, not like this tight. So then doesn't work actually, you know, very relaxing like that, very then breathing in, relaxing, then continue focusing again with breathing natural. If you're too tight this way, then it doesn't work meditation actually, you know. And all the meditation is the essence is here. Like this doesn't work at all. Whether you are watching body, if you watch body like this, no. Body like very relaxing, very natural. Whether you are watching your thoughts, not like this at all. Very gentle way, relax. Then very, very interesting qualities there, Then in our reality life is like that. When we in the reality life we stronghold something, it will lose. It will go away actually. We know how to just relax, just hold it, just simple, just relax, natural, everything. Then it works that way, If we hold like the very strong in the samsara saga, then no, it doesn't work either. No. I think it's a mind-body training is like that too. too tight, it's very not good in meditation, whether body or whether mind, whether thoughts, too tight, then our mind run away from us, actually. The thoughts run away somewhere. Well, so therefore, it needed kind of natural holding there, natural way, natural breathings there. Wow. I think, I don't know how, I'm not really explaining very well, but it has to be practice, It takes practice to experience oneself, you know. Uh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's see, we have Raylan, and then I have another question from the chat after Raylan, and then Ruth.
Thank you, Lama Gursam. I feel like you're explaining very well. I'm appreciating the clarity, and my question is a little bit more on clarity as well. And I understand with recognizing thoughts and kind of seeing them as waves. My question is again more on like the subtle thoughts. And I guess like, so here's thoughts, and then I can come back to like the method. When it comes to like the energy of attachment, in this approach, is the practice to also see that as like a subtle thought or an appearance or a wave. Like I don't need to get rid of it, like you said. Like here's this energy of like attaching to what's arising, but I can also, I guess the practice is also to kind of abide and let that be, and with the possibility of that just dissolving on its own is I guess just clarifying that. Like I don't need to stop that feeling of attachment, but see that also as an appearance. Is that correct?
No. So subtle thoughts is I think so. Let's put this way. Let's see some when we meditate, like for example, like for when we meditate, relaxing, so like come abiding, something relaxing, very calm. Then immediately thoughts, something appears, like any thoughts, whether it is positive, whether it is negative, then that thought, soon as arises, then we recognize it, first thought, very grosser level. Then we kind of try to, what happens is to, sometimes we have to what we do is we hold it, the thoughts, very really hold that, positive thoughts, to hold that thoughts, we think about, oh, how wonderful thought is that, So that thought is now here. That thought is positive thought, is nothing wrong at the positive thought. If we keep hold that thought, keep holding that thought, keep grasping that thought will bind us actually. See, that is the subtle thoughts here actually. When of course, many of you are inner meditators, so we recognize that thought is just to recognize, just realize it, just it go, just rely. Then it's okay with that. Soon as we realizing, oh, wonderful is that, so then we hold that one, strongly hold that, doesn't let go, you know. So then it is really binds us again. In our, we are not really free from their thoughts. We bind it's us. Then we label itself, many labels it. So then we are so tight with that. Likewise, the same thing, whether it is positive or negative thoughts, you know. So that is the subtle things are there, subtle there. It's kind of bind it very much. Soon as we recognize that, thoughts, I'm just holding it, very level is just relax that. Soon as we recognize inside the holding that dearly, that special thoughts, so just relax that thought, then it goes well, relaxing. It doesn't really bind it us anymore. So that is for my limited knowledge about the subtle thoughts there. Subtle thoughts are most of the time uh, strong related with the which we use to word, we use the kind of the holding part, holding part, real holding, inside emotionally hold that way, strong hold that one, doesn't let go itself, so then it bind it, that the certain emotions. So then never ever, and it's difficult to move forward inside meditation. So like same thing, like earlier we talk about karma binding, when we, it's wonderful to reach that level first, to experience the blissful, experience the joy, the peace, whatever, they have to be here, have to be reached there, but we don't have to be stay there, have to be remain there. No, we have to let go that one, go move more forward in the clarity. The move more forward clarity, move into the non-conceptual thoughts. More freedom thoughts, totally free from thoughts, everything. So when we kind of labeling, then we hold that certain emotion rises, then we holding that part. So that is uh, one of the great master, great master Gampopa said something. All the things challenge is actually the holding part. They never ever moved. We hold there, then we could not really move forward. We do not see clear, more deeper, subtle level. We could not really reach the subtle thoughts there. What the reality nature. So that is, I think, so I would. That's only I say about the subtle thoughts.
So much, very helpful.
Right. And we have Kasha in the chat who's asking, what do I do when the other person has no calm abiding and I lose my calm abiding? And then there's a disagreement or argument. How to resolve a lack of calm abiding, please, and how to resolve the argument.
So she's wondering what to do when the in a situation where she's with another person
Okay.
and that person doesn't have any calm abiding practice.
Mhm.
And so viewing that, then she doesn't have calm abiding practice now either.
Mhm.
And so what to do and how to resolve it.
So can you explain to me?
Um, sometimes when there's an external condition
Mm.
that we aren't used to practicing in, our calm abiding practice feels less or goes away, right? Or we lose it.
Mhm.
So what do we do when we can't practice calm abiding across different types of conditions? For example, when we're having an argument with someone.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I think I would say that's only we need it myself also. Of course, I'll always many times happen that way. So what I do is I go back to my routine meditation practice, back to calm writing or back to my own routine. Continue. I needed a little bit more hard work, next time maybe better. At least myself, at least I can keep continue my calming meditation. That happens to me many times actually. It's a wonderful question. That's true actually. Sometimes as a the working we were working on somebody, the person doesn't maybe no knowledge about the karma binding practices. This not necessary, but this and I lose my own karma binding meditations. So so I only do is go back to continue really a little bit hard working more. See how uh, see how things uh, uh, dealing with these different conditions. Different things happens right away. So the best for me is I learn many times, but I'm still working on it. Uh, the silence come abiding is very, very useful for me. Sometimes you know, dealing with the different things. So I found in myself be silence, for a while. It really helpful. But then, of course, certain times it doesn't work. There has to be something else to do. So silence meditation is really, really helpful for me. So, of course, it's sometimes come about, of course, with not easy for working with other people, sure, but it's it is continue has to practice.
Thank you very much. We
Okay.
have one more question. Oh, Ruth just disappeared. Ruth, do you still have your question? Uh, So I have a short announcement. If Ruth, if you still have a question, if you could raise your hand back. At the end of my announcement, I'll call on you. But we are getting close to wrapping up, and I just wanted to share. Okay, Ruth, I'll ask you to unmute in just one moment. I did want to share the link to our donation page. Our Dharma Sunday program does run on Dana and contributions from our Sangha members and those who participate with us. So if you feel moved to make a donation or a financial contribution, you can click on that link and access that information that way. We're also very excited to mention our Manifesting Our Mandala program that we've been working on for the past several months. And you can donate to the Mandala project at that same link that I shared. And Dharma Sunday on February 16th is going to be the celebration of wrapping up the Manifesting Our Mandala project. So if you're available for that, please definitely attend. It should be an excellent one. And now Ruth.
I'll just say thank you, Lama Gursam. I see we're at the end of time, and I feel very very grateful. I feel like I learned a lot today, and I'll save my question for another time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lama Gursam, for being with us and for your teachings.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Okay, so let me say a few words, dedication prayers. So please, to think about the whatever challenge right now in the world. Some that happen in the earthquake and California, the fires and so forth. And then in the other things are challenges there. So we wish to be really, really peace, happy, joy as possible. So let me say the few words in Tibetan, which is I'm going to say, wishing for everyone or day or morning, evening, night, forever, be happy and peace, which is I'm going to say in Tibetan, a word. Okay. So, Sonam de tamje se banye tamna nyebe danam pamje de jega na che balab towa ye sebe solen roa towa sho jambe babu chedra jamba kundo zambo de ya de jende de da gunje jiso dalo gewa de da tamje rabdo ngo de son shibe jawa tamje je ngo kangla chodo ngo Dajin gewe cawan de gunje sambo jujere rabdo ngo jewa gundo yanda lama. Rami juje bala long jujin sada lam juyin de rabdo ne dorje changi. Gomba nyor to sho chanjo simjo rinpo je ma je banam je jure je jeba nyamba meba. Kone kondo me war sho manjaro lombo kuye tashi sho yanla tuju songye tashi sho tata timbe tuje tashi sho jawe gosong tuje tashi sho nendre nimo dele tsindele nimo konyan dele sh nimsen tato dele she konjo samje tindre dele sho. Oh, thanks again, everyone. So take care.
Take care.
Oh, yeah, good to see you.
You have a good week, everybody.
Thank you so much, Lama.
Okay.
Thanks very much, Lama Gursam.
Thank you, Lama Gursam. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lama Gursam.
Oh, thank you again. Yeah.